A magnificent structure built by the KOTOR during the peak of the Infinite Empire's rule. It was capable of creating anything from nothing and could construct entire galaxies with time. Whoever held the Starforge had the galaxy at their fingertips. It had power unimaginable by anyone. Its power could even be infinite. The Starforge was created by the KOTOR to build ships and weapons so they could conquer the galaxy. They enslaved numerous races from all across the galaxy to build the monumental station. They came from Coruscant, Tatooine, and even Kashyyyk, and much more. The Starforge's sole purpose was to harness solar energy from Abo in order to forge vehicles, droids, and resources using the dark side of the Force. As you can conclude from the facts above, the KOTOR are savage. This much power in their hands posed a threat to the galaxy. However, unbeknownst to them or anyone, the Starforge was much more than just a massive factory. Through the power of the dark side, the station was somewhat alive. It was able to manipulate and corrupt the KOTOR and helped in the destruction of the galactic-wide empire. They were wiped out by a plague that cleansed them of their ability to operate Force-powered items such as the Forge. As their homeworld plunged into chaos, the Starforge remained in orbit of the star, waiting for a new user. In 3960 BBY, this new user came in the form of Malik and Revan. They followed the ancient KOTOR star maps to find the Forge. They planned on using the now 26,000-year-old base to construct a brand new Sith Empire ruled by them. They fought the Jedi Civil War with their brand new fleets and weaponry. All was fine until Revan was betrayed by Malik and captured by the Jedi. After his capture, he was tasked with securing the location of the Starforge, even though his memory had been wiped. Once he found the location of the Forge, Republic forces tried to destroy the base. The Battle of Rakata Prime broke out. It was a hard-fought battle. Nevertheless, the Republic forces defeated the Sith, but a new power held by the Starforge was revealed just before Malik died.
The Starforge is more than just a space station. In some ways, it is like a living creature. It hungers, and it can feed on the dark side that is within all of us. Look around you, Revan. See the bodies? You should recognize them from the Academy. These are Jedi who fell when I attacked Dantooine. For all intents and purposes, dead. Except for one difference. I have not let them become one with the Force. Instead, I have brought them here. The Starforge corrupts what remains of their power and transfers the dark taint to me.
It is possible that the dark energy that is present in every living being could be transferred to a new host using the Starforge. Regardless, after its 26,044-year lifespan, the megastructure was destroyed, ensuring no one would ever wield its power again. But before Revan was captured, he took a small piece of the Forge called the Infinite Engine and gave it to a group of servants. They used it to create food and protection so they would prosper if they would protect it from the outsiders. This entire story is an example of the power that the Force has. This structure surpassed the Death Star 30,000 years before it was fully built. This was a time where forms of obtaining hyperspace was not known of or were extremely primitive. The Rakata could only hyperspace to planets with heavy Force present. All this was possible due to the Force. Speaking of the Force, I think the death of the Infinite Empire was intentional. The way I think of the Force is like a seesaw. Two kids, aka the light side, are on a seesaw, and another kid, aka the dark side, takes one kid off, which results in imbalance. You can think of force balance in two ways: a force and anti-force, which is what I think, or the light and dark side must be equal to be balanced, which is what a lot of people think. But the way this has an effect on the story is simple. The Rakata was an evil empire that killed and enslaved trillions of people. They harnessed the dark side to power their machines, which meant the Force was unbalanced. When they built the Star Forge, which basically is a huge dark side entity, must have corrupted a lot of the Force and brought a monstrous imbalance to the Force. But the Force will eventually balance itself. The Force balancing itself was when the Rakata died off due to a plague. But it could just be a bunch of horseradish. Another thing that I was thinking of is, since the Star Forge's dark side, if it created life, would it be evil? I mean, creating life is a good thing, something the light side would do. The dark side takes life away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys listening to another one of my videos. I know how bad my voice can be. I also apologize for this extremely long gap between my last video. But there are going to be a lot of changes instead. Instead of doing just Star Wars or Halo lore, I am going to expand. I used to have 2 channels, but I realized that was a huge mistake. There's gonna be Star Wars lore videos upcoming, Halo lore maybe, Elder Scrolls maybe, and even Armor 3 mod videos maybe. I have no idea yet. But put what you think about my theories in the comment section below, and topic recommendations. I'll see you guys next time.
Only different in your mind.